when you think about this strength training, speed training, when you start to do it at this level, it looks different. At this level, where 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 90,000 people are coming to sit down in that arena, it's different. Stop trying to get personal trainers from Planet Fitness to train you for a world title fight. Cut that shit out. This is sports science. And this is my favorite segment. When we break it down with Devin Haney, really break it down with Devin Haney, the science behind this guy. Is it mind or skills that he's lacking?
He has skills. It's definitely mind. It's the mentals. Devin has used his athletic ability to create shortcuts, which is actually pretty amazing when you consider the fact that he's been the undisputed champion.
But he was better than those guys. Linares is past his peak. Hence is why you start to see a bunch of people above 50 right now, like Vince Vaughn. They look like 30. Like they just look tremendous. Like all of these actors that were born in the 60s and 70s are now looking like they're 30. And it's all of the stuff that's happening. You saw what Serena looked like at the Super Bowl. That ain't Serena I know. Okay, all of these different things that people are using now. When I see these guys like Linares when he fighting Devin, this is what I was talking about with Tyreek Hills. When you get to your peak, it's only downhill from there, and then you find this fountain of youth. And the fountain of youth is implementing something that made someone like, when you look at David Beckham, what made him super great? What made Ronaldo great? You know, what is it with Messi? How did these guys get great? Okay, what if you infuse what they had been doing to turn their lowered bodies into something totally different? It'll be hard for your body to taper off then because it's found a new life. And you are willing to hire people who can enhance you internally. You know what I'm saying? So now you're dealing with an entirely different avatar. It's not the guy who's just working on these drills, ladder drills, and climbing more hills. All they're doing is breaking down. I ain't never seen a 78-year-old man running hills and doing ladder drills as long as I've been alive. You know, Jack LaLanne was about the baddest man that ever walked the planet for a long time, right? But how many of those is it? It's guys coming along, but the reason why these guys can't stand the test of time because they're trying to do things that typically when you were young got you in shape. Now it only breaks you down because you don't know how to supplement those things in the blood or hydration or nutrition. So there's that. But when I see Devin, everyone that he fought, I had him favored. The fight that you're not supposed to win is when I say the fighter has the skill, because he looks skillful, but he truly got exposed by a guy who's not known for skill. So when I say skill or mind, I think it's more mind. That's my assessment of him, because the skill set, he's tough, but things got in his head.
Mm-hmm.
But he does have a support group, and Bill supports him 1,000%. And you got to have that. But the skill, we can also get confused about what skill is in the amateurs. But when you fighting against guys who are in the professional ranks, and you can speak to this, you've been in there, you've won a title, and you won again. When you talk about a guy who has to fight a guy who got skills, and you know this guy got skills, you got to do something to take that away. And that is the unveiling of caginess, craft in boxing. Skills don't pay the bills at the world championship level because it's a fight. It's not about skills then. It's about experiences, plural. And when you have enough of them, you can figure out how to dig in a bag and add some wrinkles. And so this entire time we've been watching Devin box, and I did a video about him a year ago about the guys who are known as the kings of boxing skills, taking an amateur pedigree, skill set wise, and taking it into the professional ranks and getting away with it. And therefore, when he fought Ryan Garcia, he didn't get away with it. And so there is something missing And does it fall up under the category of skill or craft? You get it? So, like,
I would
speed
say
ain't
definitely
quickness,
craft.
craft ain't skills.
Yeah.
You get it? So it's like, so, but I want to lean on you with this because this is, I put this in your lap to kind of weigh in. We're talking about a young man that I really, really appreciated his skill set in the ring. Now I realize those things were not tested. That he got, I mean, that no one should get hit that many times with a left hook ever in a match, especially when it's hard. So there's that. But go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I misunderstood you. I thought you meant that his innate abilities, like God-given talent, he's very athletic, I should say, not skillful, because athletic prowess and skill in a boxing ring are completely different. Like yeah, you like if we were going to have a competition like how we did on my reality show, almost like a Fear Factor type thing, I would definitely pick Devin Haney to win it. He's gonna be faster. He can jump. He can run. He can do cartwheels. All the stuff, right? But as far as skills that you're talking about, these kind of skills at the world level, they come from experiences. And a lot of times I would think that he didn't have those experiences because he's always been the superior athlete that got away with just crushing people that were not superior to him in the amateurs. And then you got to remember, even as a pro, my boy Repo Rick, who got him started, had him go over to Mexico, and he was getting rounds in, he was getting quantity and not quality. So then the WBC, his career has been a perfect storm. The WBC then, emails him a belt. That's why they call him the email champion or whatever. But
Paper
then
champion.
After that, because of the way that everyone was eliminating each other in his weight class, he got a shot at our guy Gambosis, who we had on the show and talked to him before he got the belt against Danny Garcia. I'm not Danny Garcia, but Teofimo Lopez.
Teofimo.
Yeah, Teofimo Lopez. Before he got the belt, we had him on the show and talked to him about science and boxing and things that he was doing. So, perfect storm for Devin. He gets to have one guy. He has the only long belt to this guy's belt. So now he's willing to go to Australia, which a lot of people aren't. I went down there. It wasn't, didn't turn out how I wanted it to. Antonio Tarver went down there and he won. Roy went down there. Roy Jones went down there. It didn't turn out the way he wanted to. So Devin is very fortunate that he was able to go down there, win those belts, secure them, and come back. So now he warp speeded into the history of boxing. They can never take that away from the undisputed champion, but he still wasn't, like you said, skillful. He doesn't know how to get under a hook or take a hook away by shielding the guy's arm off and blocking his arm off on this side. So now he can't throw the hook because he has to go like this, and you're blocking him as a barrier while you're able to work both of your hands. He doesn't have those experiences, and that comes with your camp. So I have to blame his camp on that, because his father has done a good job of taking this from this camp, taking that from this camp, but he's not an expert on anything. He's kind of just, piecing together the knowledge. Exactly.
Yeah. This is where we tell guys you can get away with that for so long, but then you got to eventually pay the price. And when you're saying that, what I think about, what I know it is guys know how to box, but they don't know how to fight. You get it? They know how to box. You can box around the ring. Boxing is a sport. Prize fighting is not called prize boxing because you're not boxing. Hold on one second. Sorry.
There he goes.
Hold on one second.
Yeah, the ability to handicap people is a world title trait that's needed too.
Thank you for saying that phrase. Handicapping a person, taking away what they do best. In a street fight, it's about instinct and timing, right? And so that's what in the ring when you're prize fighting, it's not about all of these skills because everybody does everything wrong. Everybody's hands is not where they're supposed to be. It's just about, can you catch them when they're not? Can you catch him on the chin when he's doing it? Can you feint him low and catch him high like Canelo and the best fighter to ever do it, El Terrible, Eric Morales, my dude? I mean, like when it come down to that tricky punch stuff, man, you better have your mouthpiece in because you're going to get clipped so many ways like you never seen coming, and ain't nobody in camp can do that like these guys. And that's what I really stand on, is your intuition, your instincts, and then your ability to make them do things he don't want to do. That's a fight. That's not boxing. You know, boxing is hands in a position because you got to score. And this, you don't get paid for overtime and prize fighting.